Young Thug just got released out of prison, and
Thug.
and he's gonna be on 15 years of probation, where he can't sing about any gang-related music in his songs or promote any gang-related things. So, how do you think that's gonna affect how he, releases his music now? Since his music was so revolved around that.
I was honestly thinking the same thing, and I really like. So with the laundry list of stipulations that came with, his release, can't talk about gang violence or promotion or any way. He's limited to the people he works with now, I believe. Like he got permission to work with Gunna because he's contractually obligated to work with them still. But yeah, man, like I don't know. Like I was talking with some homies on 2K when we were in a party and stuff. Like it was funny. The first thing this dude comes on, I don't know this guy. He's just a friend of my friend. But he was like, "Man, fuck what y'all talk about. Thug free, Thug free." Like, bro, he was more hyped than I was, and I was telling my homie about it first. But yeah, man, I don't know how this is gonna go. But like, I'm intrigued because like no matter what. Like Thug was the type of rapper when he first came out. I was still in that phase where I liked lyrical shit. So like when those new batch of artists like him, Uzi, and all them stuff, I wasn't fucking with it at first. But over time, like I started to like his music, and it's like, bro, he's still around. He came out in like what 2014, 2015. So he's got a 10-year career, and like the rap game, that's a successful career. So it's like he's solidified in the rap game. So it's like he's got that going for him, but this kind of changes things. And 15 years of probation, like I just heard they just started doing this now where they're giving like mad long sentences of like probation. That's crazy. That is so crazy. And I feel like he's just kind of like almost kind of being set up to be like, all right, like you fuck up, that's your ass. And it's like there's a lot of stipulations. So it's like while it's cool that he's home and everything, we still got to think about he can't move the same that he used to. So it's like that's gonna be a hell of an adjustment. So I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know how that's gonna sound, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I mean, like Thug, he's automatically gonna get clout from getting on probation and all that stuff, and getting released from jail from like what 2.5 years
like
when
that
he was
first
in jail.
day, yeah. Controversy.
So he's automatically gonna get clout, but I think he might, since he is limited to the people he worked with, he might step back, enjoy some family time, and maybe he might step into producing. Maybe he might step more into behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, so you're thinking he might take something else up,
right? He because if my main platform is basically shut down, I gotta find something else for grinding. Like I gotta find something else to occupy myself.
Right.
Like a lot of I don't know how his money situation is, but I would imagine like my financials went to lawyer fees, taking care of whatever I need to on the outside and things like that.
Yeah, because them bills don't stop.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're still a millionaire, but you're not collecting anything else.
That's true, but he's going to make money out of this controversy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's going to take the team.
So he's probably, I don't think he has yet, but he's probably going to, what we're doing now, hopping on a podcast and just explaining his side.
That'd be dope.
About like maybe how it was for him, being in jail, what was going through his mind, what his next steps are.
Yeah.
So it's just like a wait and see. And, another rapper, like as Thug got out of jail, who also went in jail? Tekashi.
Yeah, I did. I did see that, bro, and it's for the same thing.
Yeah, he violated his probation.
He violated
so
that
Thug,
probation.
if you see this, like take notes. Like don't violate anything on that. Like you just got out, my boy. Like you just got out.
I wanna ask you because like you're more familiar with like the judicial system and stuff than like I am. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you know it or not, but like, how serious like do they take that if you violate those offenses?
Some really do. Like it's dependent on the person. Some really do. Like say.
So it's solely on like the judge.
It's not on the judge. It's depending on the individual who got probation.
I got you.
So like people who like violate their probation, violate parole, whatever it is, like some of them don't really care. They're just gonna go back to doing what they do and just hope that they don't get caught, or might move differently, but still moving the same but moving differently, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they may, still do this, but they're taking another route to do that.
They're probably being more cautious.
And then other people might think, oh, if I just move out of the city or out of the county or out of the state, I can do this somewhere else, but they,
Yeah.
still violate and blah, 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 blah. And then you got that part that says, you know what, I've been given a second chance, which, believe it or not, is not as common as you think.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of young, young individuals, 18, 19, 20, who are moving a certain way, who are doing certain actions to land them in jail, land them in prison for big years. And I'm like, you just graduated high school or you just got into college. You should just be focusing on making money, minding your own business, and doing your own thing.
Right.
But they do something and they think, oh, I'm going to beat this, I'm going to beat this, which some of them do. And I don't wish anything bad on those individuals.
Yeah.
But it's like they get handed, 15, 20, 25, even life, and they're not even technically old enough to drink or smoke yet.
Right.
So it's like, we only got one life.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to move that route, that's you. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life and do your business, but just be careful.
Yeah.
And if you have been given probation, think about it. You only get, I wouldn't say you only get probation once, but like once you get probation, once you violate it, it's kind of harder to get it unless you have a really good attorney or, the judge is more lenient on you. But
right.
Yeah, don't take it for granted.
Because like with this case, wasn't that like a situation where it was kind of ballsy of the lawyer to not accept that plea from the state and stuff? Like, isn't that what it was?
On that, well, I was thinking I was going to ask a question again, like on the subject.
Yeah.
What do you think he did to not get jail time and get all that stuff? Because he had a snitch on a bunch of people or do some crazy stuff. That's all.
I don't think.
You're good.
I don't think that he would snitch. Like he's like you said, he's still able to work with Gunna, and I don't know how they move on.
I don't think he did too. From the information that I gathered, I was like kind of gathering that the state just messed it up. Like the people that were in the case and that were like trying to build the case against Thug, I was told like they just weren't good. Like they were rookies and like they just mishandled the whole case. And so that played a big part because it wasn't like the judge didn't see fit for him to have to sit when there wasn't much evidence that really proved. Like I tapped into the live of the sentencing and stuff, and I'm sitting here listening to the lawyer and he's breaking it down like, yeah, they said this, but they left this out and they didn't let me do that. Like from what he was saying, it sounded like the state was really just trying to cut corners. They didn't really know what the hell they were doing. They were trying to keep the lawyer out. And so ultimately they realized, look, dude's already been sitting for 2 years. He's, he made a statement saying, yo, I'm older. I'm trying to move different and stuff. And I mean, it's like they got him on 15 years of probation. So it's not like he just got away scot-free, like nothing happened. Like he still he's not home free yet, technically. He's not out the woods. Yeah. Like plus, he messes up on this probation, it's done for. So,
plus RICO cases are like kind of like a catch-all.
Yeah. So you have to catch all of them, right?
So it's basically like if we were all in a group, gang, whatever you want to call it, and it's like 15 of us, but all of us were a part of something.
Yeah.
Racketeering, gang-related violence, all that other stuff, soliciting, whatever it may be. Instead of going after everybody individually, they can go after us in a RICO.
Yeah.
And that right there, like
ties it all
together, and then you can, if you get into a RICO case, then you can still be charged individually. But it's more of now we got you all, now we can, essentially, how do I word this? We can essentially like make sure that we have the time to get everything done, because again, like I've seen RICO cases take years.
Yeah.
Where some people still sit in jail for X amount of time. Like look at Thug, he sat in jail for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Versus other people who are still in YSL, still in jail.
Yeah.
On the same stuff. So now it's because originally he had that I'm pleading not guilty, then changed it to a guilty plea. So I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but yeah, like RICO cases they're not far and few, but they're kind of a long cookie to crack.
Yeah, they are. And like, another interesting thing, he's not allowed to go back to Atlanta. Like the only times he can go there is for when he does those little, because he's required to do like 4 benefits, I think, or something like that, anti-gang things a year, and like he has to do them in Atlanta. So those are like the only times he can go, unless I guess there was like other special circumstances. But other than that, like he can't go back to his hometown, which that that part to me was kind of wild. I've
That
never
probably
seen
be
him
sad.
do that.
I think that would mess
That
with
would
me
make
Yeah.
me
mentally.
feel
Yeah.
some type of way.
Right.
Saying you're not allowed somewhere, like.
Like, yeah, isn't that like a little fucked up? You would
Yeah.
think,
like you're supposed to be allowed to go wherever you want.
yeah, and the only way he can go back is if he's doing like a benefit thing.
It's
or
like
something.
it's like they put an order of protection.
Yeah, almost, yeah, like almost, like for real, like man, like it's a intricate case, and like it's weird because like I remember when it first went down and everybody got all like put away and stuff, and I'm just like, holy shit. And it was just crazy, like how long he had been in there, because Gunna got out fairly quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and then he just like, and I didn't know how his career was gonna go, but he picked it right up. I think he's dropped like 2 albums since, and he's doing fine. Like, and
it kind of reminds me the situation of YND Melly. You remember he was in court for a while too.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of that exact same situation. How he was in court for. He might still be.
I was gonna say, wait, isn't he still in there?
He might still be in court.
I'm pretty sure he's still in there.
They keep on using his song, "Murder on My Mind" for evidence.
And that's the thing about like that was like a whole like constitutional thing. Mm-hmm. Like does it violate? It does not. If my lyrics cannot be used against me because that would violate my First Amendment right.
Right.
But then if the crime is like related, supposedly, allegedly, to what you rapped about.
Yeah.
Like if I was rapping about like if someone committed a crime saying, shot them in the face, then, kidnapped this person, blah, 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 blah. And then you rap about it. It's just like, did you just incriminate yourself or are you just telling a story?
Right.
So
yeah, because there's embellishment that goes along with
exactly
rap music.
Like freedom of speech is more like freedom of protest and things like that.
Yeah.
But you can't just go online and say, hey, I'm gonna unalive this person or I'm gonna.
You can't tell that to Tupac and Biggie back in the
day. Yeah. You can't say I'm gonna unalive this person. I'm gonna take this person against their will and. But you guys can't do anything about it because it's
right. There's a certain way to like go about it with that.
Sure.
Like because it's like there's differences, and like even when I made music and stuff, I had to embellish about some things. Like when I was like younger, and when I wasn't like having a lot of money and like living a certain lifestyle, it's like, what are you gonna do? Like hold me against? Like you gonna hold that against me in court? And be like, oh well, you said you had bitches, but in fact you really didn't.
Like no bitches.
Yeah, like the court found out that he had no bitches. In fact, so it's just like what? Like you can't hold that shit against somebody, especially in rap. Like a lot of it is embellishment.
Yeah, it's all story most of the time.
Yes, like and they have to.
Who's that